for joining us tonight in this beautiful facility. We most certainly want to thank Karen Buxton and Katie from the library for offering this place up to us. 2 weeks ago, we put this performance on for 3 nights at Ty Warner Park. This is nice, air conditioning, bathrooms, no mosquitoes. We're kind of out of our element right here. We go from the park to here. Annie was, of course, in the beautiful Westmont High School, and that was a knockout musical. Golden Pond's coming up the end of September, and hopefully some of you will join us for that. Midsummer's Night Dream, first time it's going to become an annual Shakespeare, hopefully that will do. The director, Bob Cozen, has taken this cast and this crew on a wonderful journey of exploration for those that aren't familiar with Shakespeare. Really enlightened it and made it fun and inventive and brought out the best, I think, in all of the actors. There will be a 15-minute intermission about Act 3, between scene 1 and 2. Somewhere in there we'll let you know. But I hope you enjoyed tonight's performance. It's presented to you with a lot of love and a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy it.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days brings in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires, like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnity.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I woo thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, with revelry.
Happy be, Theseus.
Thank thee, good Aegea, and what's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I against complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my permission to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. My gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, stolen the impression of her fantasies, with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messages of harsh prevailment in an unhardened youth. Thou hast filched my daughter's heart and turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And so, my gracious Duke, I beg of you the ancient law of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall either be to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided. In that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your parent should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, and yea, one to whom you are but as a form in wax imprinted by her, and within her power to do what she will. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your mother's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me, but I would my mother looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must look with her judgment.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me again. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my majesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your blood. Examine well your youth, whether, if you yield not to your mother's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood, to undergo such maiden pilgrimage, but earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your mother's will, or else to wed Demetrius as she would, or on Diana's altar to protest for I austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander yield thy crazy title to my certain right.
You have her mother's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry her?
Scornful Lysander! Is true he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. She is mine, and therefore all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with advantage as Demetrius's. And what is more than his boast can be. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should then I not prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head. Me love to Nidar's daughter Helena, and she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being over full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegea, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your mother's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegea, go along. I have some business to employ you in against our nuptial, and I must confer with you of something that nearly concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chanced the roses their fate so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
I mean, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, for either it was different in blood,
O cross, too high to be enthralled to love.
or else misgraft in respect of years,
O spite, too old to be engaged too young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
O hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or, if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentous as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the colleague night that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth. And ere a man hath the power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quickly bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as antedict in destiny. Then let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And from that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth from thy mother's house tonight, and in the wood where I did meet thee once with Helen, to do observance till morn of May, there I will wait for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers love, by the fire that burned the Carthage queen when under Trojan sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women have spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again and say. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair! Your eyes are like bold stars. Your tongue sweet air, more tuneful than lark to shepherd's ear. When weed is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Oh, sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so? Your words I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited? The rest I leave to you to be translated. Oh, teach me how you look and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Hold your frowns, conceits my smile, such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Hold on my prayers, yet such affection move.
The more I hate him, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
Number your beauty, that fault of mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander myself shall fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh then, what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned to heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe's light doth behold, her watery visage in a silvery glass, decking with liquid pearls in the bladed grass, when lover's light doth still conceal, from Athens' gates every device to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel swelled, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends in stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Take word, Lysander, we must starve our sight of lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, love. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dotes on you.
How happy some, or other some can be. To Athens, I am not as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius think not so. He will not know all but he do know. And as he errs, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is winged Cupid said to be painted blind. Nor hath love's mind in any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheedly haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. And waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, hailed down oaths that he was only mine. But when this hail some heat from Hermia did felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oath did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. To the woods he will go tomorrow night, pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is but a dear expense. But here in me I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You're best to call them general, man by man, according to the script. Here to scroll every man's name which is thought fit through all of Athens to play our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on their wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, sit with the play treat song, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Ah, Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy, most cruel death of Pyramus.
Oh, a very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merit. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answers I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? What part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
It's a lover that killed himself, most gallant for love.
Well, that will ask some true tears in the performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look at their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely, or a part to tear a cat in to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish fates. This was Lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This is Heracles' vein. A tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
Oh, it's a lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play with a mask. You may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face too. Let me play Thisbe. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe. Ah, Pyramus, my never dear, thy lady dear. Thy Thisbe dear.
No. You must play Pyramus and Flute you, Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You are Pyramus' father, myself, I'm Thisbe's father, and the joiner, you the lion's part. And I hope that this is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be given me, for I am slow in learning.
You may do it most extempore, or is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar. Roar! But I will do it in its heart good to hear you. I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would frighten the Duchess and the ladies, and they would shriek, and the entire part of the play would be just wrong.
They will hang us every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that we're as gently as any suckling dove. I will roar you into her any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, and most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were it best I played in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it. I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your Ornstein beard, your purple and grain beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow.
And some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you'll play barefaced. But masters, here are your parts, and I'm to entreat you, request you, desire you to condemn by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood a mile without town by moonlight, and there we will rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged by company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of property such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse, most obscenely, yet courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak, we meet then.
Enough. Hold or cut bowstrings.
How now, mad spirits? Whither wander you? Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar. Over park, over pale, thorough flood, thorough fire. We do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere. And we serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be, in their gold coat spots you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors, and in those freckles live their saviors. We must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl on every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou love of spirits, will be gone, our queen and all her elves from here and on.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed, the queen come now within his sight. For Oberon is passing foul with wrath, because that she her attendant hath. A lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child. Now he was trained to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. Now they do meet in Grover Green, fountain clear, spangled starlight sheen. They do square with all their else for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quiet, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow.
Are not you she that frights the maidens of the villagery? Skim milk and sometimes labor in the corn, and bootless makes the breathless housewife churn.
And sometimes make them drink to bear no harm, midst these night wanderers laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are not you she?
Thou speakest aright. I am that very wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile. When I, a fat, bean-fed horse beguile, neighing fairy likeness of a filly foal. Sometime lurk I in gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. When she takes a drink, against her lips I bob, and on her wither dewlap pour the ale. In the wisest and, telling the saddest tale, sometime 3-foot stool mistaketh me. I slip from her bum and down topples she. She tailor cries and falls into a cough. Then the whole choir holds their hips and laughs. In the wax in their mirth and amaze and swear, a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room, fairies, here comes Oberon.
And here, my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But then I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland and in the shape of Corin, sat all day playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous villain. Why art thou here? Come from the furthest steep of India, but that forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Perigenia, whom he ravished, and made him with fair Agnes break his faith with Ariadne and Antiope?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. For never met we in the summer's middle spring, on hill, in dale, in forest, or in mead, by paved fountain or by rushing brook, or in the beached margins of the seas to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the wind, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, hath from the sea sucked up contagious fogs, which, falling on land, have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox, therefore, hath stretched his yoke in vain, the plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and crows are fatted on the murrain flock. The nine-man's morass fills up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton fields for lack of tread are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter cheer. No night is now with hymn or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the skies, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Heems's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, childing autumn, angry winter, have changed their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evil stems from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parent and original.
Do you amend it, then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do would beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side, or sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, and laughed to see the soul's sails conceive and go big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire would imitate and sail across the sands to fetch me trifles. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I bring up the boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou'st remember, since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breaths that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal thrown into the west, and he loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet I did see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress passed on in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk-white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote on the first live creature that it sees. Bring me that flower, and look thou be ere again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she will pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I will take off this charm, as yet I can take it with another herb, then make her render up her page to me.
Stop.
But wait, who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll stay, the other stay with me. Thou toldst me they were stolen onto this wood, and here am I, wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, hard-hearted adamants, or you draw not iron, my heart is as true as steel. Give you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or, rather, do I not, in the plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. Time your spade on Demetrius, the more you beat me, the more I will fall on you. Use me but as your stay. Spurn me, strike me, then let me lose me. Give me only leave. A worse place can I beg your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, and to use as to use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I'm sick when I do look at me.
And I'm sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. So I think I am not in the night, no dauntless would like worlds of company, when you are my respect to all the world. So how can it be
run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wild has had not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dog pursues the griffin, the mild hind speeds to catch the tiger. With speed, when counter pursues, and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do the mischief in the wood.
I in the temple, in the town, the fields, you do me mischief. Fies Demetrius, you wrong so scandal of my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not meant to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of the hell, to tie upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Ah, hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
Ah, I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the ox lips and the nodding violets run, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk rose, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers by dances and delight. And there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. With the juice of this, I will streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Here, take thou some of this, and seek through this grove a sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Thou shalt know him by the Athenian garment he hath on. Streak his eyes, but do it so that the first thing he espies may be the lady. Effect it with some care, so that she may prove more fond on him than she upon his life. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Singing our sweet lullaby, 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 lullaby. Never harm, nor sorrow charm. Oh, my lovely lady night, so good night with lullaby. Beetles black approach not near, as you long-legged spirits hence. Beetles black approach not near, worm or snail do no offense. Little bell, with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. Lullaby, lullaby, lullaby. Never harm, nor spell nor charm, come our lovely lady back. So good night with lullaby. Punch away, now all is well. Waterloo stands sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye what doth appear? When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and, to speak troth, I have forgot our way. Let us rest us, fair Hermia, if you think it wise, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you at a bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One harp, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
I'll take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes meaning in love's conference. I mean my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and one troth. So then by your side, no bedroom me deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much be true my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off yet, in humane modesty. Such separation as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy true love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer say I, and end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed. Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force is stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, Dispisied the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden sleeping sound on this dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie, nay, this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl upon the eyes I throw, all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep a seat on thou eyelid. So awake, when I am gone, for now I am to Oberon.
Oh, wilt thou leave me in the darkling? Do not so.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou leave me in the darkling?
Stay, on thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia where'er she lies. She hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so, mine will wash more oftener than hers. No, I am but as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away in fear. Therefore, no marvel, Demetrius, do as monsters fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling loss of mine, when we compare myself with Hermia's Spherion. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And walk through fire will I for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows out that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fair word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. But though he love your Hermia, Lord, but though. But Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No. I do repent the tedious minutes I with her spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who will not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says, you are the worthier maid. And touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, leading me to your eyes where I overlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Oh, wherefore was I to this keen mouth reborn? What at your hands did I deserve this scorn? 'Tis not enough, 'tis not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eyes. But you must flaw away insufficiencies. Good troth you do me wrong, good sooth you do. But fare you well, perforce I must confess. I did think you one of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused, should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Or as the heresies that men did leave or hated most of those they did deceive, thou, my surfeit and my heresy, be hated but the most of me. And now, with all my powers, I address your love and might, to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity, what a dream was here. Look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander! What? Removed? Lysander, Lord! What? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound? No word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you, I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, and here's a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, and hawthorns break their tiring house, and we will do it in action as we do it before the do.
Peter Quince.
What sayeth thou, Fully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus, the sword. Thank you. Pyramus must draw a sword and kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Right, like it's a parlous fear.
Oh, I believe you must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No. Make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afraid of a lion?
Oh, I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion amongst ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Then another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, I would request you, I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life or yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. But no, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are, and there indeed let him name his name, and tell them plainly he is Snug, the joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there are 2 hard things, that is, to bring the moonlight into the chamber, and, Pyramus and Thisbe do meet by moonlight.
Does the moonlight shine the night we play our play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Why then leave a casement of the great chamber window, where we play, open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and says to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did meet through a chink of a wall.
One cannot bring in a wall. What sayest you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some loam or plaster or rough cast about him, to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen humphuns have we swaggering here? So near, cradle of the fairy queen. What a play toward! I'll be an auditor, and acted too, by see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odorous, odorous.
Odors, savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
What a stranger that Pyramus ear play here.
Must I speak now?
Ah, Mary, must you? For you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he hears, and is to come again.
O most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
9 is 2, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. Did you answer to Pyramus? You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past due and is never tired.
As truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I would be mine.
Oh, monstrous, oh, haunted, prey masters, fly masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar.
Why do they run away? This knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see in thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, thou hast translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to frighten me. Do what they can. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down here, and I shall sing, and they shall hear that I am not afraid. The owl so cocked, so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain-song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. For indeed, who would set his wit to so foolish a bird, though he give a bird the lie, though he cry, cuckoo never so.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues force, perforce, doth move me to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays, the more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll get thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers doth sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb, moth, mustard seed.
Ready, and I, and I, and I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with mulberry, apricots, and dewberries, with purple grape, green figs, and mulberries. The honey beds steal from the humblebee, and for night tapers clip their waxen thighs and light them by the fiery glowworm's eyes, to see my love to bed and to arise, and steal the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Not to him else, do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal. Hail, hail, hail.
I cry your worship's mercy, heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Couplet.
I should desire you more of acquaintance. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. I shall desire you more of an acquaintance. Your name, good gentleman.
Peace blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mr. Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you more of acquaintance too. Good Master Peas Blossom. I should desire your name, good sir.
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly, giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your home. I promise you that it made my eyes watery now to your kindred had. I shall desire you more of acquaintance too. Good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.
We'll take a 15-minute intermission. Okay, are we ready to see how this all plays out? Yeah. Everybody have a good time? Yeah. I'm really enjoying it. So here is the last act.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. than what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Ah, here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monster is in love, so near to her consecrated bower. In her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for gay Theseus' nuptial day. In the shallow thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in her sort, forsook his scene and entered in a break. Then I did him an advantage take, and asked his knoll I fixed upon his head. And non his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes, and so they am spied to see the sight, so away his fellows fly. I led them on in distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. So in that moment it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, with the Athenian woman by his side. When he awakes, of course, she must be eyed.
Ooh, stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foes.
No, I would chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, clean horseshoes in blood, plunging me deep, and killed me too. The sun was not so true to the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon the whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with the antipodes. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dread, so grim.
So should the murderer look, and should I, pierce through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou hast driven me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch. Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent never adder stung.
You spend your passion on mispressed mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege to see me no more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while, I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe. Which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender, here I'll make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turn true.
Then fater rules, that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
Ugh. About this wood goes swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens let thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter from an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then it too at once one that must best be scored alone. Those things do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born, in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth tell truth, all devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put into scales. Will even weigh and bolt as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind now you give her o'er.
But Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what my love shall I compare thine eyes? Crystal is money, oh how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries, that pure congealed white, high Taurus snow, and with the eastern winds turns to a crow when thou holdst up thy hand. Let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh spite! Oh hell! I see you all are bent set against me for your merriments. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Do you not hate me as I know you do? You must join in souls to mock me too. If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. To vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise. To conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sorts would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sports.
Demetrius, you are unkind. Be not so. You love Hermia, this you know I know, and with all goodwill, with all my heart. In Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, who I do love and will do till my death.
Never did Marcus waste such idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will not. If ever I loved her, all that is gone. My heart to her, but as guest-wise sojourn, and now it is home to Helen.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know. Lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy ear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more gilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know the hates I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. I now perceive they've conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sister's vow, the hours we have spent, we have shed the hasty for the time for parting us? Was all forgot? All school days friendships, childhood innocence? And will you render our ancient love asunder in joining with men and scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, it is not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. Seems that you scorn me.
Have you not sent bystanders in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, whom but now did spur me with this foot to call me goddess, nymph, rare, divine, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, but by your setting on, by your consent? Though I be not so embraced as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved, this you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever, counterfeit sad looks, make malice upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manner, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My life, my love, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she can entreat. Your threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee by my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove him wrong that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
Thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, we're to attend all this.
Away, Ethiop!
No, he'll but seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird, vile thing let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Thy love! Out, tawny tartar, out! Out, loathered medicine, O hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Though I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me! Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, and since night you left me. Why, you left me. Oh, the gods forbid, in earnest shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, question, doubt. Be certain nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, gentlemen, though you mock me, let her not hurt me. But though I be not so, I was never cursed, I had no gift at all in shrewdness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not hurt me. You may think that since she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower! Hark, again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever keep our counsel, never wronged you. In faith, I told Demetrius of yourself into the woods. He followed you, and for love, I followed him. But he had chid me hence and threatened me, to spurn me, strike me, nay, to kill me too. And so you will let me quiet go to Athens, where I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. See how simple and how fond I am?
Why, get you gone! Who is that hinders you?
A foolish hurt that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm you, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school, and although she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering knotgrass maid, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone, speak not of Helena. For if thou dost intend, never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide.
Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest, to try of whose rights of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow, now go with me, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long with you. Nay, go not
company. Your hands are quicker than mine for a fray, but my legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committ'st thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Do not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on, and so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I am noted in Athenians' eyes, and so far am I glad it so did sort. In their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray, so as one comes not within the other's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and look to lead them from each other thus. And drop this liquor into Lysander's eye, whose liquor has this virtuous property to make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. And all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, whiles I in this affair do thee employ to my queen and beg her Indian boy. And then her charmed eye I will release from monster's view, and all things will be peace.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, run and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak, in some bush, where else thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou looked for wars, and wilt not come? I'll whip thee with the rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yeah, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I go where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter healed than I. Fast I did follow, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in dark uneven way, and here will rest me. Come thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I shall find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Thou coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every place, darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. So by day's approach, look to be visited.
Night, a long and tedious night. Abate thy hour, shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens from daylight. From these that my poor company detest, sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three? Come one more? Two of both kinds that make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so unwell, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they meet a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll fly to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in thy sight of thy former lady's eyes. In every country proverb known, that every man should take his own. In their waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught should go ill, and every man should have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cowboy?
Ready?
Monsieur Cowboy, good monsieur, get you your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-tipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. I would be loath to have you overflown with the honey bag, senor. Have a care it break not. Good monsieur, where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Monsieur Mustard Seed, give me your knee. Pray you, leave your courtesy. Good monsieur.
What's your will?
Nothing, good monsieur, but help Cavalier Peas Blossom to scratch. I must to the barber's, monsieur, for man thinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch. And I am such a tender ass.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongues and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats, but methinks I have a great desire to bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch for thee new nuts.
I would rather have a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me, or have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Oh, sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky finger of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou thus, sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the woods, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool. I did upbraid her and fall out with her, for she his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same dew, which sometime on the bud was wont to swell like rich and orient pearls, now stood in the pretty floweret's eyes, like tears that their own disgrace bewail. When I had taunted her, and she did beg of my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and sent her fairy to bear him to my bower in fairyland. Now that I have the child, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Robin, please take off this transformed scalp from the Athenian swain, so that he, waking with the others, may return to Athens, and all will be well. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou was wont to be, see as thou was wont to see. Dian's bud over Cupid's flower had such force and blessed power. And now, Titania, my sweet queen, wake you.
Oh, my Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Ah! How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Be still. Robin, please take off that head. Titania, music hall, and strike more dead than common sense of peace to sleep.
Music ho, such as charm and sleep.
Now waste with thine own gold eyes peep.
And now, music hall. Now, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereupon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' hall triumphantly, and blessed to all prosperity. And there these faithful lovers will be wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Now, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the nightshade. We, the globe quicker soon, will compass the moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go! One of you find out the forester. For now our observation is performed, and since we have the ballad of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley. Let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find a forester. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hound and echo in conjunction.
My lord, this is my daughter here. This Lysander. Oh, this Demetrius and this Helena, old Nada's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegea, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go! Bid the huntsman wake them with his horn. Good morrow, friends.
Pardon, my lord?
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazingly, half asleep, half waking. For as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. As I think, for truly what I speak. And now me bethinks, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough! My lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away Demetrius, they would, thereby to have defeated you and me. Well, you of your wife, and me of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of herself, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them, and fair Helena, in fancy, following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia. Melted as is the snow, seems to me the remembrance of an idle god, in which my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but like a sickness did I loathe this food. And as in health, now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. And for the morning now is something worn. We will away to Athens. Aegea, I will overbear your will. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turning to clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, when everything seems double.
Methinks I found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
But are you sure that we are now awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my mother.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is, most fair Pyrrhus, hey-ho. Peter Quince, flute. The bellows mender. Snout, the tinker. Starveling. God's my life, stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if you go about to expound this dream. Methought I was there's no man that can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But a man is a patched fool if he were to offer to say what methought I had. The eye of the man hath not heard, the ear of the man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue not to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. And it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom, and I will sing it at the latter end of a play, before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you set the Bottom's house?
Oh, he cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he comes not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have no man in Athens able to discharge Pyramus but himself.
No, he has simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yeah, the best man too. He's a very paramour of a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there's 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we would all be made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom. Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day in his life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus are nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom, almost courageous day, almost happy hour.
Masters, I am discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you I am no true Athenian, I will tell you everything, right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, new strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet me presently at the palace. Every man look over his part. For the short and long is, our play is preferred. Yay! In any case, let Thisbe have a clean linen, and let him that plays the lion not pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not dare to hear them say, it was a sweet comedy. Now no more words. Away! Go! Away!
Strange, just all the story of the night told over.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is the madman. The lover, all is frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bounds forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination that, If it would apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear.
But all the stories of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witness it than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, let it wait in your boards, your walks, your beds.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? Is there no revels in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate!
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What masks? What music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief how many sports are ripe. Take choice. What your highness will see first?
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Will none of that. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device. The thrice 3 muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord. Some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there is not one word apt, not one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord? It is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearse, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more tragical tears the past without laughter never shed.
And what are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds until now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with the same play against your nuptial.
We will hear this.
No! My noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard over, it is nothing, nothing in the world. Unless you can find sport in their intense, extremely stretched, and conned with cruel pain to do service.
I will hear this play. For never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
And look not to see wretchedness or charge in duty in the service perishing.
My sweet, we shall see nothing of that kind.
He says they can do no such thing.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. And what poor merit cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill. That is a true beginning of our end. Consider that we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is for all of your delight. We are not here that you should think we repent you. We are the actors at hand, and by their show, they shall know all you would like to know.
He doth not stand upon points.
He hath read his prologue like a rough colt. A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder. A sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, free chance. You wonder at the show, but wonder on until truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man with lime and rough cast present, wall that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through walls chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, at which no man wonder. This man with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn presented moonshine, for if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn, to meet at Nina's tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast with lion height by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe mantle slain, whereat with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. He braved, and Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died for all the rest. Let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain a large discourse while they do remain.
In this same interlude it thus be told that I, one stout by name, present a wall. And as a wall, as I would have you think, in it had a cranny hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, do whisper, often very secretively. This stone, this rough cast, and this stone does show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And in this cranny is the right and sinister, through which our faithful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus approaches the wall. Silence.
O grim look night, O night with hues so black, O night which ever art when day is not. O night, alack, 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot.
And thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall,
that stands between her father's ground and mine.
and thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall,
show me thy cheek to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove, shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, for whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks she, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving is Thisbe's cure. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see it will fall pat, as I told you. Yonder, she comes.
Oh, wall, how often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me? My lips have often kissed thy stones, and stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I do the chink. To spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander, I am trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
That shaftless to Procus was so true.
And shaftless to Procus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway.
Tag life, tag death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, Wall, my part discharged so, and it being done. Thus, Wall, away dost go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
Well, it must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagined them no worse than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. But here come two noble beasts, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose general hearts do fear.
This lantern doth the hornet moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is not in crescent, and the horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lantern doth the hornet moon present. Myself the man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of them all. The man should be put into the lantern. How is it else the man in the moon?
I'm weary of this moon. When he would change.
In all courtesy and all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, Moon.
All I have to say is, this lantern is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
Why, all these should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my lord?
Roar!
Well, roar, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Small shell moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee for shining now so bright. By thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, O spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? Thy mantle good. What? Stained with blood. Approach, ye Furies fell. O fates, come, come, cut, thread, and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quail.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lions frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered, my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound! Out, sword and wound, the pap of Pyramus, I, that left pap, where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus, thus, thus! Now am I dead, now am I fled. My soul is in the sky, my tongue to lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die, 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 die.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a lone one for such a Pyramus. I hope she'll be brief.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my love? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak! Speak! Quite dumb. Can? A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow castle cheeks are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leaves. Oh, sister spring, come to me, with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have shore, with shears instead of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade my breast and brew. Farewell, friends. Thus is the end. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
moonshine are left to bury the dead.
I'd wall too.
No! Assure you, the wall is down like parts of their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue?
No epilogue! I pray you. Your play needs no excuse, never excuse. For when all the players are dead, there need none left to be blamed. Marry, if he that had written had hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly, and very notably discharged. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gait of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task foredone. And we fairies, that you run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse, shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through this house give glimmering light. From the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite, top as light as bird can briar. With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless, throughout the palace with sweet peace. Now trip away, make no stay, meet me all by the break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if you have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else a puck, a liar call. Now good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.